Once again, I have been tricked. If there's something Uda definitely have done this arc, it is constantly tricking me. At first, it was the pudding situation. Then it was something else. And now it turns out that the kind-hearted Mother Caramel was not a kind-hearted mother at all. She was nothing more than a underworld broker and a child seller. She only had her orphanage in order to find potentially powerful kids. She took in kids of troubled origins because she saw potential in them. And then she sold them to, you guessed it, the government. Once again, the government shows its twisted side. But the flashback has now ended at Big Mom. We still don't have exactly answered every single question about Big Mom's past, which seems to once again imply, yeah, Big Mom will not die this arc. First, yes, I am the Angry Anime fan, and sorry, this is of course the One Piece chapter 867. But now, having been tricked once again, I actually thought that Mother Caramel was a kind-hearted, yet strangely kind-hearted stupid. But I guess the foreshadowing actually was there. The way she looked at the bear and constantly showered Charlotte Linley and Big Mom with compliments. It wasn't some kind of stupid goodness. No, that was manipulation. She was hoping to get Linlin into a child that would listen, and therefore she would be able to control her when she sold her, when she was going to sell her to the government. She even considered her being a future admiral. But if you ask me, even if she had sold Linlin, I highly doubt they would have been able to control her. I mean, that child was destructive. No one can control her. But I still have no pity for Big Mom, even though her circumstances were tragic. She is not. But having been tricked again, once again the theory that Big Mom will be redeemed is once again stronger than ever. I hate that. I do not want Big Mom to be redeemed. I want her to be a complete monster. But I guess in the end, the only complete female monster here was Mother Caramel. But now that we have ranted about that, how about we discuss the chapter finally? First off, we see more cover page of Cavendish. Turns out that the only reason why he was exiled, turns out the reason he left his kingdom was simply because he was too popular. He was exiled from his country because he was too popular. That's gotta be a first. And we see his crew members, the 74 people he took with him. Strangely enough, he has only one woman. I actually find that very unforgivable. Are you telling me he only has one woman on his entire crew? But all seems to be based on musketeers or stereotypical French of the Middle Ages. No, not Middle Ages, ancient time. Either way, on to the chapter. Of course, Big Mom destroys the sword, which I still can't understand. How can a 5-year-old child be that powerful? She must have been gifted with something. And then she threw Lord Waterfallbeard. Did not kill him, but it did mortally wound him because he was so old he could never ever recover from that. And this answered once again another question on why the giants hated her. Not only did they hate Linlin because of her rampage of the village, but because she gave their greatest hero a dishonorable death. An Elbaf warrior considers dying in battle to be a great honor. However, that was no great honor. He was killed by a 5-year-old uncontrollable brat. There was no honor in that. So, and I think he died with deep regrets because he couldn't kill a 5-year-old. So in the end, the Elbaf giants hate Charlotte Linnet because she dishonored not only the Elbaf tradition, but the Elbaf honor game. It is also revealed, not surprisingly because a lot of people suspected this, Once again, proving that maybe Big Mom can be redeemed, because these theorists have had so many dumb ideas lately that have all become true. It honestly pisses me off. Turns out that Mother Caramel was the original owner of the Soul fruit, and we see for the first time how a homie is being created. By inflecting a part of her soul into the flame, she created a miniature honey, a very, very miniature honey, that had her face to begin with before it was created. She named that son Pandora, meaning that Prometheus is not a sun that was amphomanized. No, it was just a big giant pile of fire. However, Pandora was very much smaller than normal than Prometheus was, proving that seeing that Prometheus was made by Big Mom's soul, the power of the soul differs. And then the giants managed to feed Lin Lin Semla, and she then fell asleep from all this. However, Mountain Beard wanted to take revenge on Lin Lin, but Caramel begged them not to do it because, but Jarle, I mean, I forgot exactly who was who, says that Jarl, who was mortally wounded and cannot be saved, he fought beside him for 300 years, and now this gonna happen. But Mother Caramel said, I will take this country, leave this country, but please spare the child. And she only says that because, well, she was wanted to sell her. It is also revealed here another reason, because, well, Hyudin wanted to kill Lin Lin, but he became very angry when Mountain Beard did not do that, proving another thing. Hyudrin once bragged that he wanted to become the king of the giants, but technically the giants already have a king, a prince, so to speak, Loki. The way he says, where has the pride of Elbaf gone? It seems to be very sure that maybe the Elbaf pride has wavered during the ages, and Hyudrin wants to restore it. Gives a little bit morally questionable, if you ask me, but then again, I hope Hyudrin will be a good soul after all. But maybe he wants to become the king of pirates because he feels like there are no longer any true prideful Elbaf giants left. Who knows? But it also answers a little bit on why Hyudrin became known as the pirate mercenary. Think about it. Mountain Beard could not kill Lin Lin, and Lin Lin became a pirate later on. Maybe Hyudrin became a pirate mercenary because he one day wanted to kill Big Mom. I'm just saying, maybe. Of course, Lin Lin had no knowing that what she did, which infuriated the giants more, and so they began to spread the legend about the Devil Child and the Caramel's the miracle. And it turns out that there are many giants on different continents after all. Then they were transported to a new place. Even though the giants built that new place, they never ever wanted to look at Lin Lin again. And that's how Big Mom became hated by all the giants in the world. And the children considered to, well, still play and have their happy memories. Although they did not know behind the back that was all an act, as we are treated to the reason that, as I said in the beginning, Mother Caramel was an underworld brooker who had been selling children for 37 years to the world government and to CP0 mostly. Whatever it's been promising new vice admirals or maybe even promising new shields for the Tenryubito, she has been selling to the world government every 2 years, promising children. That's why she takes in these, as I said before, that's why she took in these promising new ones, because she saw potential in them. She apparently also, she mentions something about John Giant, or she's saying June Giant. Because if you ask me, I'm still a bit confused. Are you telling me there were other giants islands? So what? And this John Giant, was that an orphan giant that was sold to the Marines? Is it possible that every single giant in the Marines were sold by Mother Caramel. That should not make sense because Jaguar D. Saul, you know, unless he was adopted, which I highly doubt he was. Who knows? But she wanted to sell Lin Lin because she saw extreme potential in her. Her underworld alias was the Mountain Witch, an orphan dealer. But then came the day when when no, when Lin Lin became 6 years old, and they celebrated with a croquembouche semla, which she gluttonously was very happy for. It's during that time, for the first time ever, mm, Charlotte Linnin heard the word tea party. And this is why she holds tea party. It's to remember her last happy day, so to speak. In the end, as I said before, I have still no pity for Big Mom because even because there people say a child is innocent, but in my book, a child is never innocent. There's nothing more dangerous than an ambitiously innocent child. And for all everything Big Mom had done, she has done because she has an extreme immature mind, even more immature and unstable than Lucy, because even Lucy is immature and unstable sometimes. The difference is that even though he sometimes is selfish, he's unselfish to his allies, and so far Big Mom has shown not a single hint of that. And are you gonna tell me that is just an act? I find it very hard that that's gonna be an act. But then again, Mother Caramel tricked me, Pudding tricked me, so I guess we shouldn't be surprised if she's tricked again. But I see no reason why she should act like a total asshole. I'm just saying. But it's here that Big Mom heard the tea party, and so she began to gluttonously eat that with happy tears. And it was during that day that Mother Caramel and the orphans suddenly vanished. How did they vanish? Well, we're not exactly confirmed, but it seemed to have been this way. Mother Charlotte Linlin ate so much with tears and happiness in her eyes that apparently she became so focused on eating that she even ate the table, and may very well have eaten the entire orphanage, including Mother Caramel, with it, because everything the only thing is left are torn clothes. It's been hinted at that Big Mom was a cannibal, but this seems to be hint that yeah, are you telling me she became so engrossed in her eating that she even unconsciously ate someone? If that's not madness, I don't know what it is. That's actually extremely scary. And one other reason why Big Mom can't be controlled, she is too gluttonous for her own good. I mean, I understand gluttony. I'm suffering from extreme hunger myself. Still, for her to become this obsessed with eating, who knows? But it also seems to give a hint that Mother Caramel had the soul fruit first, and now Big Mom has it. Did she get it because she ate Mother Caramel? And are you telling me that Blackbeard ate a part of Whitebeard and that's the only reason why he can absorb other fruits? Find that pretty difficult to believe. I mean, someone had once asked Uda, what happens if I ate Luffy? Would I get his gum powers? And Uda just says, no, you would only get food poisoning, an extreme one. But Big Mom was different. I mean, she has insane stomach acid even though she's still fat. But yeah, she seems to have eaten Mother Caramel, the one woman who was going to make her life miserable. Everything in Big Mom's life was... I can agree that if there's one thing that is sad about Big Mom, it's the fact that her entire life she was never loved. Her true parents did love her but could not control her. The one person that was said to understand her wanted to use her. The giants did like her but did not like how she became. And the orphanage children, well, they were happy with her from the beginning, but then later on she just ate them. So it's no wonder that Big Mom is an extreme cruel person. I get that. But I still don't think that's an excuse for her extreme madness. Either way, the chapter ends with the Big Mom still crying and screaming, "Where did you go, mother?" The flashback has ended and the assassination plan will resume next time. What will happen now? Will Big Mom be shot and will she become mortally wounded? Or will she throw a temper tantrum unlike any other? Or will she be redeemed? I still hope she will not. But give me your thoughts if you have any.